Okay, so we're on our way to the storage building to look at some of the stuff we got back in April. Wow, yeah, that was a day or two ago, wasn't it? You may recall that I helped a friend clean out her father's garage, and it was quite nasty to the point that some of the stuff I didn't really want in my house before we checked it for varmints and so forth. You know, don't really want to bring that home. That probably wouldn't sit well with other people. Anyway, we're about there. I had to kick this puppy into 4-wheel drive to get here. It is raining like crazy here. We really need the rain though. All right, I'm pulling up now. All right, so we got the right key finally. Oh, the deadbolt's like too. That's weird. Okay. Yay! Barn. All right, so this might be the strangest grouping of things to make a video. Yeah, we got some sawhorses, we got a vacuum cleaner, we got a tripod, we got some lighting. Yeah, so just wait. Okay, so this is why I brought the sawhorses. This is one of the things that we got out of my friend's father's garage after he passed away, and I want to put this up on these sawhorses. These other pieces over here are other pieces similar, and I'll show you that in a minute. I've already seen one rat, so I'm a little apprehensive of being in here, but you know, we'll live. I've seen rats before. How about you? All right, let me get this up on these sawhorses. Oh, you'll notice that we have the Clorox wipes because, yeah, everything from that garage, yeah. All right, let's get this up on these sawhorses. Okay, so believe it or not, this guy is actually somewhat heavy. I had a hard time getting this in here by myself, but since we only had to lift one end at a time, I think I can do it by myself. Got a little problem with my floor here, I see, but I think we can straddle it with the sawhorse, and I think it'll be okay. Oh, there goes a mud dauber's nest. Do you guys have mud daubers? We have lots of mud daubers. It's all right. There's one end. That wasn't too hard. Let's go here. Seem to have some plant life attached to it. I did tell you it's been in here since April, right? Wow, this is a big old mess. All right, so for those of you that are saying I should clean up in here, this is the inside of a literal barn. Normally I would not put anything in here, but because this stuff was so nasty, I did not want it in my house. This is some sort of control contraption that came with it. I don't know. Looks very old school, doesn't it? All right, so look at there. All right, I see a plug. I mean, yeah, plug to plug something in. Wonder what that goes to. Wow. So, all right, well, mission accomplished. It is off the floor, and I think the door will still open. Uh-oh. I think the door will still open. Wow, this barn is really rickety. All right, so we got that out. It's pretty cool. So we got a bunch of, oh, look at here, it's a built-in transformer. How about that? Wow, I have no clue. Whoa, this is like permanently mounted. What the heck is that? All right, that's some really hardcore looking stuff right there. All right, so is there any of this I can get off of here? Because I really want to vacuum this off. Okay, perhaps in the most bizarre video you've ever seen, I'm going to use a vacuum cleaner for train stuff. That's what I'm going to do. Still wondering what all this electronic stuff is. I mean, I know this is the transformer, but I have no clue what the heck this thing is. So, all right, I think the first thing I want to do is get all this stuff off of here. I don't remember how to operate my vacuum cleaner. I do operate quite often. I'm just a little, I don't know, a little overwhelmed with this at the moment. All right. Excuse me while I vacuum. I'll cut this part out, I promise. Okay, so it's a little less disgusting. I feel better now though, because I felt bad that it was all covered in that stuff. Most of that, just in case you were wondering, was dryer lint. This was out in the garage. Very nasty garage, once again, if I didn't already say that. So these other pieces, I don't know if I can get them out now that I've set this on this sawhorse. I'll show you what they are. Wow, look at all the spider webs. Did I mention this has been in here since April? Oh, wow. This isn't, I can get it out, but it's not going to be easy. All right, seems to be stuck on something. Well, any minute now, I'll spread our brain. We can do this. Well, or not. Okay. All right. Remember that hump in the floor I wasn't worried about? All right. Here we go. Suspense is probably killing you, but just here to tell you, probably not worth the suspense. All right, so here is this part. This is obviously, and frankly, I didn't look at any of this real close the day that we were getting all this, because, well, obviously it was kind of an emotional time for her, and I just wanted to be helpful. As a matter of fact, I didn't feel exactly right taking some of this stuff just because I thought it might create hard feelings, but I think she was happy that I got it. So, all right, there goes some sort of varmint. So, all right, so that's what that looks like. Then, I don't know if you can see that or not. There's not a lot to that. And then I got one more piece. This appears to be the other end or something. So, all right, that's that's what we got on that. All right. So now that I got something to set stuff on, maybe we'll look at some of the actual stuff I got. I'm going to try to adjust this light a little bit better. It's a little challenging here because there's only one receptacle in the entire building. So yes, it's a barn. Once again, in case you missed that, it's a barn. All right. So in case I didn't say it earlier, I put all this stuff in here because it was just super nasty in the garage that it came out of. And I didn't want to bring that into our house, our home. So all right, let me get this set up a little bit better and I'll be right back. Okay, for anybody that might be enjoying the video at this spot, maybe you skip forward or whatever, we were in a literal barn, okay? So this is not my house, this is not where I live. We got a bunch of stuff from one of my friends whose father had passed away. This was all in the garage and it was super nasty to the point that I did not want to bring it anywhere but this barn so we could look through it, clean it up. Interestingly, I got really sick after I handled all this stuff, so I'm going to be really careful. I got my Clorox wipes and we're going to just kind of see what we see as we go. So all right, so this is one of many boxes. We'll probably divide this into several videos. So this, I don't even know what this is. This looks like a roof to something, so we'll just set that there. If you missed the first part of the video, this is a train table that was in all that stuff as well. So all right, this, well, more pieces, but I see what that goes to. So, and I'll zoom in on all this stuff here in a moment. I'll show you what we got. So I believe this is a scratch built, oh look, with a mud dauber's nest on it. This is a scratch built. This is why I didn't want to bring this stuff in my house. Yes, that is a mud dauber. I hate those things. See if I can get it off without damaging anything. I don't know. Ah, yuck. All right, well, we'll deal with the mud dauber in a minute. Let me, I'm gonna set this down here. I got some wiring for some lights, I suppose, on these guys here. Yeah. So I can see this one here, this one here. Looks like the glue has come loose somehow. So, all right, let me get this to balance on this track. Let me get this to where you guys can see what I see. Oh, it appears to have a front and a back, and it appears that I'm showing you guys the back. So let me get it turned around before I show you guys. Oops. Once again, maybe balancing that on the track wasn't the best idea. So all right, once again, this is a scratch built. Oh, look, this is scratch built. I believe it's supposed to be a chemical plant. I think this goes here. All right, I should probably zoom this in. So all right, this seems to have a wire somehow. Okay, let me zoom this in so you guys can actually see what the heck I'm talking about. It's probably the worst, probably the worst environment for making a video ever. But I'm not taking this in the house until it's clean. So there. All right, so let me zoom this in a little bit better, maybe. All right, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so ignore the mud dauber's nest. We will get to that. All right, so looks like it's a chemical plant, a refinery, something. Got a lot of intricate work here. We got the barrels and a little shack, and this little guy here. This is what I was messing with before I moved the camera. He goes there, and I don't know where this goes exactly. Looks like it may be the top of something. Oh, maybe it goes here. I don't know. I don't know where that goes. So I'm just going to set it here and pretend it goes there. And then this is what I was referring to when I was pulling it out, that there was a roof. Now there was another piece, it's under here, that I think it may have gone here maybe. I can't really tell to be sure, but I think that's probably where it goes or where it went. Once again, I don't know. So that's the first thing that was in the box. Once again, all this stuff will be cleaned before it goes anywhere other than this barn. All right, let's see what else is in the box, and I'll get that camera fixture momentarily. Don't have a trash can in here. Okay, so let's see. Let me get this camera fixture. All right, so that was a refiner. That's pretty cool. I'm going to set this aside. All right, so back to where you can see me, etc., etc. Ignore all the junk in the barn. Once again, it is a barn. It really is a barn. It's a real life barn. If you've never seen a real life barn, real life barn. All right, so let me move the refinery here to places elsewhere. Perhaps we'll just set him, her, whatever, over here. That'll be good for now. So right here we have a lot of stuff, and somebody's bothered to bubble wrap it, so that means that they hear something about it. Apparently this box must have already been boxed up. So this, and I'll zoom in. I'm going to set all this stuff right here, and then I'll zoom in on all of it. But this looks to be a store of some sort. And once again, I'll zoom in and show you guys all the stuff after I get enough laid out to where it kind of fills the space we're using here. All right, this is like the ultimate in unboxing because I really have no clue what's in here. Really no clue. Nothing. I mean, none. All right. It's interesting to me that somebody would go to such lengths to pack this in this box so well, but yet then throw it in the garage with the rats and the varmints and so forth. So speaking of which, I just heard something. I think we're okay. A little spooky in here. All right, so here we have I guess this is probably a railroad station. Once again, we will zoom in. I will show you what we're doing, what we're seeing, and I'll give you like a really good view. But for right now, we're just getting it out of the box. For the record, there's quite a bunch, but there's quite a bit of stuff in this box. So if you need to pause or or watch something else, I totally understand. So here we go. This looks like maybe another retail type building, or maybe it's an apartment complex. Let's see. There's a lot of stuff in here, guys. Now this stuff looks pretty clean actually, because it was wrapped up in this bubble wrap. I might not be afraid to take this to the house. Oh, this is so cool. Wait a minute. All right, well, there's the roof. this has got to go on our N-scale layout. It's got to. It's all right. So you can't see this because it's very small, but once again, I'll zoom in a minute. This is a train station, I believe, with just a bunch of people gathered around. Looks like we've maybe missing a person or two. We probably have a person or two. I should probably look in the wrapping and see if, oh, there is a person in here. Hello, hi. Welcome back to whatever. So, well, I'm not gonna be able to make them stand up. I know that. So let's see. I just don't want to like throw away something that I won't miss anyway. But I still don't want to throw away anything because that'd be really disrespectful, wouldn't it? All right. Once again, I don't have a trash can in here. It's a barn. All right. Here we go. More wrapping. This is better packed than some of the stuff we buy. Oh my goodness. All right. How you guys feel about being there in a barn? This just kind of brings the meaning to the saying, you know, were you raised in a barn? I think this is kind of what they mean. So, all right. Was not raised in this barn, by the way. Just in case anybody wondered. Matter of fact, this is the most time I've spent in this barn, well, since I put this stuff here, frankly. So, all right, once again, we're going to zoom in on all this stuff when we are done unpacking, and we'll give you a little closer look. This stuff's all pretty clean looking. I'm not gonna worry about the cleanliness of this too much. So yeah, this looks like a factory of some sort. And once again, when I get this space filled up, I'll zoom in and we'll look at exactly what I'm seeing. That would be a really long video if I stopped and zoomed on everything, because you don't even see the pile of stuff that's over there. As a matter of fact, I don't think we're going to get to that today, because that'd be kind of insane. I don't think I would expect anybody. Oh, there's varmints. Yes, told you. All right, here we have, this looks scratch built. Oh, this looks scratch built. I like scratch built. Look at this. Wow, okay, I know you can't see it just yet, but once again, I will zoom in on this. This is like, wow. You know what? I think this, with the box, I think this goes over here somewhere. What do you guys think? Kind of matches the motif, doesn't it? All right, well, you know, that's kind of cool. All right, well, the same colors anyway, I think. Well, maybe, yeah, maybe not, I don't know. Whatever, either way, we're probably not going to use it, but hey, it's still really cool. I like this a lot. Okay, so we're missing a few more people here, so I just want to make sure that we didn't like lose anybody. Backtrace just a little bit here and just be double sure there's no persons. There's no people over here in all this, and I don't see anybody. All right, cool. I think we have a bunch of people anyway. Yeah. All right. So, are you guys having fun? Because I'm having fun, other than being in kind of the spooky barn. Maybe we should have done this for Halloween. The spooky barn. Yes. Here, this looks like another scratch-built thing. I'm kind of liking this. This is really cool. This is a lot of somebody's personality. Despite it being in a barn, this actually is bringing a big smile to my face. This one appears to be wrapped pretty doggone well. I didn't bring a knife. I have one in the truck, but I really would rather not go get it. All right. Uh-oh. There's another one of these silver things. Oh, I see where that goes. Okay, this doesn't have anything to do with this. All right. So, all right. Well, so, all right. It's like a puzzle. So once again, I'm going to try to delicately. Well, that wasn't delicate. Delicately open this. Delicately there. All right. So this is pretty cool. I don't know. Got some loose pieces here, and then a crossing gate laying there. And once again, we'll zoom in on all this when I Get it all unpacked here in a minute. We'll show you up close and personal. So yeah, this guy goes here. Oops. Now, balancing on this track is not easy. It is an in-scale track. All right, I think that kind of goes there, and it looks like this one may go here. Yes, I think we figured that out. Well, that's why I didn't fit it on the other piece, because it didn't go to the other piece. All right, so I'm still thinking that all these pieces probably go over here somehow, but I could be wrong on that. Likely it's not. They won't go back on there, so that's nice, but it looks a little more than I want to tackle at the moment. I think I want to build, when I eventually build, someplace off the floor. Hey, this is off the floor. This is the first thing on GGS Railways to be off the floor. How about that? In a barn. Well, okay, you know, you gotta be thankful for what it is as opposed to what it isn't, I suppose. All right, so I'm really fighting with this bubble wrap. Wow, this is, my goodness. So I probably should go get that knife out of the truck. I really should. But you know, I'm a man and I am hard-headed, so I'm going to do it the hardest way possible. All right, so here we go. We got another little scene here with another little guy. This one's lit. Once again, we will zoom in on all this and I'll show you really, really well. I promise I will. So we're about running out of space, so it's probably about time to do that. Anyway, I'm sure that you guys are probably tired of watching stuff coming out of the box that you can't really see much what it is. And this stuff's kind of worth seeing, frankly. I was a little hesitant to take this stuff because once again it was pretty nasty, the location it was in, but you know what, I am very happy that I did. Hopefully this isn't what made me sick, but probably that was just a fluke, I hope. Alright, so who's ready to zoom in on some cool stuff? You ready? Okay, so just start with, we have this, looks like stores on the bottom, maybe with apartments on top. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those. Once upon a time in downtown Houston, we had something like this. I don't know that they exist anymore, but they might. So, all right, and then we have, of course, once again, the zoom out a little bit. We have this scene here with the barrels and the people, and it's really detailed. It's really cool. I don't have the eyes to do. I just noticed the gas pump, and there's a crossing arm there that I don't think actually goes there. Well, I mean, it's laying down in the middle of nowhere, so I assume it's not. So then let's see. This is once again the refinery. This is a better view than we had earlier. I don't know. And then let's see. And we have the Sabaco. Never heard of Sabaco. Have you guys heard of Sabaco? That's interesting. So that's part of the refinery. All right, then we got the zoom back out. Looks like some sort of factory with a smokestack. That's pretty cool. And then down below here, if I can get over here. A lot of this is like pre-made buildings on top of scratch-built stuff. It's kind of cool. I like it. I like it quite a bit. Imagine we will probably incorporate some of this someday, maybe. So, all right. So, I'm not sure what this dude right here is doing or what that is exactly, but it seems to be very closely looking at it, I guess. And then got this. This looks like well, I don't know what that is exactly. Looks like people carrying stuff out, and maybe it's a station. I can't tell, honestly. So all right, that's pretty cool. And then yep, that's the edge right there. So all right, and then let's back over here. Excuse the really jerky camera action. So then we have this, which is, I guess, a depot of some sort. Got a man carrying some freight, a package, whatever. And then, once again, excuse the camera. I'll try not to be too jerky, make you all dizzy. So then we got this, and this is one of the first things that I pulled out. That's pretty cool. That's like really detailed. So you see some of the people are laying down this because they were stuck in the bubble wrap. And we got more people over here. It's really cool. So I'm gonna zoom out so we can more easily find what I want to show you guys. I'm sure that there was a better way to do this, but honestly in this setting I'm not sure what it would be. So alright, here we have something, and I'm not sure what this is. Maybe a house or a duplex. It looks like it is lit. It's got wires coming out of it, so that's kind of cool. Once again, on kind of this scratch made base, I like this. This kind of is reminiscent of when we looked at the Lionel catalogs, some of the early Lionel catalogs. They sold some kind of, I called them dioramas, and it was, you know, where you could put like modules like this around and build towns that way. So that's kind of a cool idea. I like that idea. I actually had thought about that, but I had forgotten that I thought about it. So alright, so last but not least, in this batch of stuff, and then we'll put this stuff up and we'll get out more stuff. This is clearly a train station, so that's pretty cool. So that's what all we have got out of the box so far. Now the challenge is going to be where to put the stuff now that I've got all the bubble wrap out. I don't want to put it back in that bubble wrap because that is super freaking nasty. I can't even put into words how nasty all this stuff is. Okay, so I'm going to put all this stuff up. Maybe I should wait to empty the box. So maybe I should just set it to the side over here. Kind of make it some room. There's just one more layer of stuff down here. I'm not sure how large any one piece will be, but I think we can probably make it work. I want to be careful and respectful of these pieces because obviously this meant quite a bit to somebody, and you know, definitely want to be as respectful as we can to that. All right, that ought to give us a little bit of room, and if we need more, we'll do something else. Let's see, more gross bubble wrap. Ugh. All right. So, you know, if people found this stuff in the barn in here, you would say that it has been in here for years, but no. It is filthy in this barn, but it is a totally different kind of filth. All right, so here we have, let's see. And all this stuff, by the way, is going to be in scale. I don't know if I said that. My friend's father was only into in scale. So, and interestingly, my friend said that he never had a layout, but you know, I'm looking around and I'm thinking, he might have, you know, he was the type of person that maybe he bought the layouts with grand ideas or whatever, or I don't know. But based on the amount of stuff that we just vacuumed off this board, and that didn't come from in here now, that was like dryer lint and bug stuff and ugh. Yeah, so all right, well, I'm having a bit of an issue getting this out of this bubble wrap, and I don't want to mess anything up, but all right, I think if we just go slow here, we can do this okay. So, all right, piece of tape seems to be holding me a little bit there. Wow, I really should go get that knife. You like how I just say it and then I don't do it? That's actually not typical of me. I'm just excited, so I didn't want to stop. All right, this looks like a I don't know, a factory of some sort maybe. Once again, we will zoom in and show you guys this a little bit better here in a minute. It's actually a lot nicer quality-wise than I was expecting this stuff to be. At one point, we actually just thought about setting it all at the curb, but I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. You know, and not just because it was, you know, there, but because, you know, this meant a lot to somebody, obviously. And you could just tell by, you know, the house, while it was definitely in severe disrepair, it was definitely a train lover. So, all right, so here we have, this looks like yet another corner. I'm really thinking that this goes with that somehow. Yeah, once again, they probably will not be married again. Yeah. So, but anyway, this is pretty cool. Once again, they made it in kind of this, you know, sectional thing. I like that. You could like sit it along a track, kind of like that. That's kind of cool. So, all right. So we're just kind of set this aside. Now, I suspect that I will be doing some heavy editing to this video to make it palatable and in the time span that will appeal to people instead of just clicking away and yeah. You know, I mean, you know, just how interesting is it to watch somebody take stuff out of a box? Although, I will say that I have enjoyed watching people take stuff out of a box. So, all right, here we have, I can't tell which way is up. I guess this way is up. This is like apartments, I guess, probably, maybe. And this actually still has a price on it, $5. Wow, okay, very cool. It's actually kind of cool. You know, what I'm noticing on this stuff that I'm pulling out of the bubble wrap is I think that this stuff got put in this box someplace else other than where I got them. And this is the first time they've been pulled out. Because what I'm pulling out is just like amazingly clean. Some of the other stuff that you can't see over here is, yeah. Oof. Once again, I brought Clorox wipes. That kind of says it all. All right, so I noticed that this guy has a price tag on him too. This is very cool. I mean, not that I care what the price was. I mean, so, you know, at some point, and probably I've already reached that point, I'm going to run into the problem where I'm going to have more stuff than I can possibly use. So I suspect I'll be giving a good deal of stuff away at some point. So we may incorporate that into my YouTube channel somehow. I don't know. I've seen other people do that, but I don't know exactly how they do that or make it work or how they choose the folks. I definitely don't want to leave anybody out or make any hard feelings, because that would kind of destroy the whole purpose. Anyway, that was a tangent. I'm really good about going on tangents. So this says Turner Hardware. Don't know that I've ever heard of Turner Hardware, but that's what that is. And this building's got like a sloped roof. These are like really, really detailed. These are awesome. All right, so I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to make sure that my head is not cut off. Okay, so I just realized that I was unpacking stuff and you couldn't see my head. Not that it really matters all that much, but I did readjust the camera. Maybe we'll cut that part out, or I don't know. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do the actual taking the stuff out of the box, kind of fast forward, and then when I zoom in, maybe we'll do that slow. That's a way that everybody gets to see, and you still kind of get to see it, take it out of the box. But so, all right, onward. Here we have a bent tree. I just bent it back. Look at that. So this is really cool. This is, once again, kind of the scratch-built, I'm going to call it a diorama, because that's what we called them when I was growing up. I don't know. But this looks like, well, ironically, it looks like a barn. So in case you're just joining us, we are in a literal barn. This is not my home, so don't look around and go, oh my God, what the hell? This is just where we put some stuff that we got from a friend of mine. When her father passed away, this was all in the garage, and it was somewhat varmint and rodent infested, so we didn't want to bring it to the house. We brought it here. This stuff that we're looking at right now, though, is actually pretty clean because it was wrapped up in bubble wrap, and so there's nothing, torn on the pieces. So all right, let's get back to what we were doing. So okay, I think this was actually from the last one I showed. So I'm gonna move this. All right, So I'm going to put this down here perhaps. All right, moving on. So this is yet another small type building. Then on the bottom here we have what looks like another, possibly a chemical plant. I'll show you that in a minute. Perhaps I shouldn't have spoiled the surprise. So here we have John's Discount Store. This is very similar to the Turner Hardware here, except for he appears to be two-story, I guess. So yes, there is a subtle but real difference. So I'm gonna put these guys kind of close together. So all right, I don't know if I'm gonna have room to get this next piece out and show you guys, but I'm gonna try. It's pretty large, as you can see. Wow. Okay. You know, somebody was into the chemical plants here. This is actually pretty elaborate. I'm quite liking this. So I think this goes here. So yes, all right. So what I'm going to do is this box is now empty. Wow, this is a U-Haul box. I was like, this box is like really thick. So okay, let's see. I'm gonna just here. I think we might can zoom in that okay there. I'm gonna move the Clorox wipes. We don't need to see the Clorox wipes at the moment. Once again, I brought those for anything nasty or wipe off our hands or whatever. All right, so let me zoom back in here. We'll look at the goodies. This is the large chemical plant that was in the bottom of the box. Now I don't know what the story is, and I'll have to ask my friend why her father was so enamored with chemical plants. But I mean, because we have so much of it, I think it's pretty obvious that there must have been some sort of love for something there. So yeah. So all right. So that once again, excuse the weird camera action. Not the best setup here for doing an unboxing or anything else for that matter, other than maybe some horses and cows. But anyway, all right, so that's that. Now, let's just move right down here perhaps. And oh good, I can kind of see it. So this is once again more like chemical plant related. That's pretty cool. That's pretty elaborate with the piping on the side of the building and all that. That's actually really detailed. Somebody really put a lot of work into that. So all right, then down below that we got, once again, I was talking about the Turner Hardware. Just a simple little building. Maybe they went slow, I don't know. All right, zoom back out. I'm trying to be mindful of you guys not getting dizzy here, because sometimes I watch videos and I do get dizzy. So all right, so here we have this, I guess this is a barn maybe. The barn I'm in isn't this nice. But that's, I mean, look at the detail. I mean, just the guys. I mean, it almost tells a story, doesn't it? So, all right, let's see what else we got. Once again, I'm going to try to be a little slow and cautious on how we get to where we're going here. So maybe we'll just do these three all in one in the interest of time. I think we can see them. So we have John's Discount Store, and look at there. There's even stuff in the windows. Do you see that? Wow! I did not notice that. My goodness, you know, in scale, I just hats off to you guys that can model in scale and do this kind of stuff, because I don't have the eyes for it. I just don't. So all right, so that's all that was in this box, and once again, this stuff actually wasn't bad. It wasn't just like totally nasty. So now the challenge is going to be to get this stuff boxed back up or whatever in a place that will be clean. I'm not afraid to actually take this to the house, because it doesn't appear to be infested with bugs and varmints and things that I've seen in some of these other boxes. So all right, let's move on. Okay, so if you made it to this point in the video, well, you know what? Hats off to you, because I'm not sure I could have done it. This was a lot. That's why I decided to do it in, part 2, maybe even part 3. I don't know. I knew it was a lot of stuff, but I didn't really fully think about how much time this is going to be. So anyway, for our returning subscribers, thank you for watching it to this point. You guys are the lifeblood of the channel. We could not do this without you. So really and truly from here, thank you so much. We think of you guys like family. If you're not yet a subscriber, I mean, do you want to miss out on shenanigans like this? I mean, subscribe, okay? Do it. So with no further ado, I think that's about it. Be sure and like the video if you did like it, and I'm assuming that if you're watching this part of the video that you did like it, so give it a thumbs up. Okay, all right, GGS Railways out.